A beautiful Memorial Day weekend up in the Northeast. We welcome you to the Nutmeg State and beautiful Hartford, Connecticut. Trinity Health Stadium welcomes back Hartford Athletic today, their first meeting against Phoenix Rising. Mike Watts, Ricky Lopez, Aspen. Here's a look at the Jim Beam and Hornitos Eastern Conference standings. Top 7 make the postseason. Hartford on just 7 points has a long way to go, but I think they've only played 9 games, Ricky. People need to avoid hitting the panic button.
And it's an opportunity here for Coach Watling and company. You're at home in front of your own fans against a Phoenix Rising team that looks a little bit different than we're used to. So look for them to be motivated, come here, and walk out with 3 points.
Let's talk about Hartford last time out. Maybe there's some real momentum here, Ricky. New York Red Bulls, too. Only their 2nd win of the year, but a lot of character. They went up 1-0, 2-1, and they were able to ultimately get the 3rd seed out.
And one thing about this Hartford side is there's so much talent on the squad. You see Purple gets on the score sheet, Johnson gets on the score sheet, Hertzog gets on the score sheet. There's just so much talent. And look for them, once they see the ball hit the back of the net, just to keep that ball rolling and look for them to be confident here against Phoenix Rising.
It was a long-awaited win. They get Jimmy Slayton back today, and hopefully this is a good omen for what's to come for Hartford back on May the 14th. Meanwhile, Joel Johnson among the guys really starting to score a little bit and get this thing moved in the right direction. We knew what we'd see out of him when he came in from Charlotte.
And 3 goals on the year. It's going to start on this left-hand side, just so clever in the spaces that he picks up. Between lines, clean on the ball, crafty dribbler, can finish, can score goals, can give assists. So look for him to be a focal point for Coach Watling here tonight.
And he was once on the payroll at Real Madrid, so good times for him today. Meanwhile, for Phoenix, take Tuesday against New Mexico and totally exile it from your consciousness. Ben Lunt among the many returners that you'll see in the lineup today.
And he's a leader in that back line, just an organizer. Look for him to be that clean sheet here tonight. That's his main goal in the defensive unit for Coach Sean. So look for Ben Lunt to be a focal point in that defensive unit.
Well, for Phoenix, this is something we're unaccustomed to, going on the road with a couple of difficult defeats in the rearview mirror. They are ready to turn on the Jets here in Hartford. Cross-country rival, first ever meeting. Hartford, Phoenix, coming up next.
You've got a life to live, and you don't want to miss a beat. But sometimes it happens. And Trinity Health of New England is ready with comprehensive cardiovascular expertise, delivered with commitment and compassion throughout our network of hospitals and physician offices. So when you trust your care to Trinity, you won't have to hope for the best. You can set your heart on it. Trinity Health of New England. Care that's always there.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank our partners, the Connecticut Army National Guard, Midline Chiropractic, Walgreens, and Connecticut. Closing in on kickoff at Trinity Health Stadium in Hartford. It is Hartford Athletic and Phoenix Rising here on this Saturday night, one of the 9 games in the championship this evening. Mike Watts and Ricky Lopez-Espin. The starting lineup is presented by Liberty Bank. Herzog starts up front. They do welcome back their goalkeeper, Jimmy Slayton. And how about Logan Gadula in the back?
Logan Gadula at this left back position. I'm really looking at Barrera and Purpa, though, to really dictate tempo, along with McGlynn, that's going to be that pivot player. And
meanwhile, Phoenix, this is starting to look a lot more like what we're used to for Rick Schantz. There's still some pieces missing, but this is close.
Yeah, it's a very talented starting 11 for Rick Schantz. Obviously, you see Greg Hurst, Santi Moore, Marcus Epps, a front 3. Cameron Lambert pushes up a little bit more, as we've seen at him as usually as the outside back. Rodriguez and Sejas in the middle third. Really exciting matchup here. A lot of talent on display here tonight.
Well, there's Hartford, 2-game win streak, but they have not played in the last 14 days. Match postponed due to COVID, and now they're hoping they can get back off on the right foot. This is essentially a relaunch of their season. Well, for Phoenix, they had to play on Tuesday, even with their COVID issues. And with 8 academy players rostered for the game, 7 of whom would go on to feature. There's the opening whistle, and here we go in Hartford. Is Phoenix ready to jump back into the front foot, or can Hartford pick up a huge result on their home ground?
And it's such a good opportunity here for Hartford Athletic. Obviously, Phoenix Rising, the golden standard of this USL Championship, been a bit beaten up the last couple games. Haven't gotten the results that they probably would like. Hartford, you're at home, sleeping in your own bed. You know this field extremely well. You have to be aggressive, really motivated in the first 5-10 minutes, and ask a lot of questions of Phoenix Rising.
Ball chip forward, seeking Prince Sadie, who spent last season in Phoenix without much goal-scoring results. 1 goal in 23 games. Bypassing Herzog into the penalty area, Njai steps in.
And it just shows you just how creative the vision of Danny Barrera. A little reverse pass, beats a couple lines of Phoenix Rising. Such a pivotal point for Coach Watling in that pocket.
All the way through, Johnson in an offside position. Hey, don't miss Hartford Athletics' next match right here at Trinity Health Stadium. It comes on June the 15th at 7 p.m. You can head over to hartfordathletic.com for tickets and the latest information. It's going to be Memphis, who just today ceded the top spot in the East. Not playing today, so Louisville hopped them in the standings with their 4-1 win this afternoon. Throw for Calistri, who slides into that right back slot again. And rolled back by Jadama. Back from Farrell. He returns from a red card suspension, as opposed to a handful of the other returning players who had dealt with COVID isolation, either close contact or testing positive.
You can just see how aggressive Coach Watling wants his boys to press high, making life extremely difficult to play out of the back. You have the likes of Sadie coming around the corner. Johnson picking up the outside back as well. Herzog taking care of the pivot. Really aggressive start here for Coach Watling.
Crossfield, Moar drops it back. Pushed wide, Sadie. It'll be a goal kick. A thank you to all of the Hartford Athletic Business Alliance members. Tonight's Business Alliance partner of the match, Lux Bond and Green. Johnson trying to cover that ground. A lot of room to run into for Epps. He's dragged wide as the support of Calistri. Rodriguez gets by the sliding McGlynn. And Epps off target. You know, you talk about the aggression that this Hartford side wants to come out with, but if you think about Phoenix, we had a chance to listen to Rick Schantz press conference this week, and he's well aware Hartford might be thinking, hey, this is the right time to catch Phoenix rising. But he talked about Tuesday's result, as negative as it was on the scoreline, being truly galvanizing to the fans, to the ownership, to the players who were both in New Mexico and stuck at home. That's the kind of thing that makes you band together as opposed to fall apart.
When you have just the youth that was displayed against New Mexico, it's just going to show you how together this organization is, the brightness of it in the future. Coach Schantz said, guys came on, just said, hey, thank you for the opportunity to make my professional debut, to put on a first-team jersey of Phoenix Rising, to realize just how much this club means, not only to the players on the field here today, but the academy players that they look up to him, look for these players, but to suit up. Obviously, he was just very proud, and I was very surprised in the way that he handled that press conference. You know they're going to be motivated to right that ship, obviously, have a lot of their whole new starting 11. So it's a good opportunity here, away from home, to get this ship right.
Sprinting forward and trying to burst through. Free kick won by a sprinting Prince Sadie.
You think he's going to be motivated here tonight? Woo! Really clever little chip of the ball, eludes Njai, Farrell, and he's off to the races. They're coming together, other center backs of Phoenix Rising. But I'll tell you what, it's a motivated Prince Sadie. Early start for him. And it's a good opportunity here for McGlynn to put this ball in a dangerous area, ask questions of that back line of Phoenix Rising.
Set piece here for Hartford. Clip ball for Johnson and steered out. There's Corey Herzog. He's got a wild Cameron Lancaster chasing him down in the all-time regular season scoring chart. Lancaster's first 2 goals of the season today. Herzog. That header's out, and a corner here for Hartford Athletic.
And there's a reason why Corey Herzog is just so respected in this league. Just a movement that he moves into the spaces that he picks up. Just a sneaky number 9. So look for him to be a focal point and have a big impact here.
The way he plays, sometimes you think that the ground trembles beneath him as he runs. Bank of America corner kick here for Danny Barrera. And again, it's a simple header away. Udati. It's a good initial header from Lambert. Lambert, Musa, key returnees to the lineup who have been dealing with injuries of late. Tom Brewitt remains down.
And those are never fun. As Musa just comes over the top, catches the back of Brewitt's head. It's good to see him run off on his own power.
Ricky's over here grabbing the back of his head like he's experiencing it himself. Luke rolls this out. Trinity Health of New England is proud to be the official medical provider and title partner of Hartford Athletic. Always committed to providing the best healthcare experience every day for every patient. Trinity Health of New England, care that's always there. leaping through the area, a twisting tackle in, and apparently a clean one into Marcus Epps. And now a free kick going the other way with a wag of the finger from Joey Farrell, who gets shown a yellow card. I have a feeling there's a lot to look at from this 60-yard endeavor.
And a lot to unpack here. Comes from a dicing run from Njai. We've seen that time and time again, just skipping away from defenders. Hurst understanding if I open my hips, Marcus Epps, I'll tell you what, it's a crafty first touch. When we take a look at the other way, Farrell just gets in on Sadie. It is a foul. I think it's a harsh yellow early, so early in this match. But end-to-end action stuff between these two teams.
Certainly that first interaction with the ball appeared to be clean, and then sort of the legs came together awkwardly in a way that certainly made that look a lot worse after the fact.
Yeah, I don't think it is a PK, not enough in there. Just see how slippery Marcus Epps is, especially in tight spaces. So clean in his technique. When you have a striker like Greg Hurst that has the ability to be that spatial awareness, picks up his head, there's a value to have. So it's so important that there's a lot of movement coming from Epps and Mowara on their respective sides to break lines.
Calistri, he got held up by Gadula. And a free kick to Phoenix, won through the sheer effort of Joey Calistri. Got some options here. Sejas and Arturo Rodriguez. Rodriguez steps over. Sejas didn't eclipse the first line, and Sadie at full speed. Prince Sadie overtaken from behind. And right to the goalkeeper. Luke, the beneficiary of a long run back to catch Sadie. It is end-to-end, Ricky.
Oh boy, so much action coming in here. What a misunderstanding between this Phoenix Rising back line. And we see Sejas not on the same page as Calistri. But he's been so bright, Prince Sadie, for Coach Watling and the boys in blue. So much pace. I tell you what, I think they get away with one. Phoenix Rising, as Calistri just comes in from the back of him. He does have an argument, I think Prince Sadie does.
Little tug on the shoulder, and then the feet get tangled up, it appears. If you make that call, it changes the entire complexion of this game, though.
Well, you look at the call he made moments ago on Joey Farrell on the sideline. If that's a yellow card, begs you to question the same thing. It does change the complexion of the game because Calistri has to see red there.
That's why fourth officials get paid the big bucks. Ball was knocked out of play while they attended to Sadie. So it'll be sent back to Phoenix for a goal kick here. Let's take a look at the keys to this match. Presented by Hoffman Auto Group. Can you keep Herzog going?
Yeah, striker lives on dives by their service that they receive. So look for him to get in dangerous positions, but you also have to feed him. Play that we know scores goals, and then defensive duties for Phoenix Rising. After the last couple matches, just leaking in goals. 5 against Tampa Bay, 7 against New Mexico. It's time to right that ship. You have your starting goalkeeper back. So it's a first task on the board is to get a clean sheet here tonight.
Johnson has scored in a couple games running. Trying to get by Calistri, easier said than done. Good work from Farrell to stand up to that. A corner coming for Hartford.
And you just understand how clever of a player Johnson is. He sees there's a lot of real estate, and if I make this run in behind, I'm going to have this back line of Phoenix Rising turning around and chasing their own goal. We'll give credit to Calistri, doesn't dive in for the body feints, puts this ball out for a corner kick.
Barrera. Rodriguez trying to get under it. Lambert allowed him through. Toro Rodriguez cut down at the ankles. You get the feeling Hartford felt they could turn this into a more physical game, which has always sort of been. Farrell's asking if what I did was a yellow card, what did Joel Johnson just do? But it felt like they could make this a little more of a boxing match. Calistri floating up from Moar. That's away. Dancing into the penalty area and shot with venom. Big rebound. Epps trying to get a hold of it, and it's blasted wide. Moar was coming, and Rodriguez went powering into the ball. Both wars for the wear, and still it's outside the post.
And it's a good attack from Phoenix Rising. Starts on this right-hand side, ends with Njai on the left. Tell you what, it's not a good rebound given away from Slayton. Don't know why. Rodriguez just comes into the way of Santimore. Fancies Santimore. He's coming on. You know he's going to put his laces through it. Not the right decision there from Rodriguez. Cuts off Moar. Ball does not end up in the back of the net, but it's a good opportunity for Phoenix Rising again. That goes to the wayside.
And that drops down to Kevin Lambert. Sent out to the halfway line. Join us in helping founding partner, the Hartford, celebrate nearly 75 years of educating children about fire safety. As Epps ran out of real estate, the Junior Fire Marshal program continues. You visit juniorfiremarshal.com to learn more. Talk about putting out fires when Phoenix really gets it at full tilt. Watch out.
And it's a second time inside the 18-yard box. Then Marcus Epps tries that cheeky little touch around the corner. And they give off that rebound. If he just puts his laces through it, head down, just powers through that ball ends up in the back of the net. There's no need for that coming together between Rodriguez and Moar. Just see how explosive this Phoenix Rising team is. Understanding that there is a lot of real estate when you move the ball, change the point of attack with the outside backs like Njai, who's just so skillful 1v1.
Athletic trainer looking at Toro Rodriguez, who appeared to take a knock on that previous shot as much as anything. Hartford started without a win in their first 7. And turned around and grabbed a pair of wins in a row, albeit against sides joining them beneath the playoff line. And, you know, Ricky, Phoenix is everyone's white whale. That's the one they're after. This is the kind of marquee win you look back at all year. People question your resume and say, well, we beat Phoenix, or we got a result against Phoenix. There's a handful of teams in the league like that. And so for Hartford, you also want to have a trophy here at the end of this game. A little bit as much as the 3 points.
And as an organization, as a player, as a coach, all you can ask for is an opportunity. And one opportunity this is right here tonight. Like you just said, Phoenix is the team to beat in this USL, the golden standard that everyone really competes against, that compares himself against. Haven't had the best run of play in recent weeks.
Sadie in behind again, this time trying to get it to the near post, and that'll rebound out and find Rodriguez.
And Sadie having a lot of success in this 20 minutes just with his movement, running in behind, starts on this right-hand side, cuts over to the left. Such an explosive player. And if you keep giving him service, he's just going to grow in confidence and really put this Phoenix Rising backline in really uncomfortable situations.
Clarence left some work to be done. Barrera able to whisk it forward. Couple options there. Herzog touches it, and it's put in. And against his former club, no less, Prince Sadie opens the scoring for Hartford.
And we just talked about how bright he's been and so active in that box, running in behind. It's a good run in from Boudadi, picks up his head. You can see what Herzog is trying to do, a little flick, throws off Farrell. And yet it is a really easy finish inside that 6-yard box from Sadie, just gets the better side of Calistri. What a start this is for Coach Watling at home, 1-0 against Phoenix Rising.
1 goal for Phoenix, and now 1 goal against Phoenix. His first for Hartford in the 21st minute.
And it's a brilliant work goal as well.
Oh, wow. Here he goes again. He is full of energy tonight. That's with Hartford.
And it's just a brilliant work goal. Up, back, and through. Barrera's at the base of it. Joel drops it back. Boudadi understands there is a lot of space in behind if I continue my run. And then it's all about composure in that final third. Pick up your head. See the boys in blue. Put it in a dangerous area. You have Herzog making that near post run. Sadie's there to clean it up. Terrific pattern play goal for Coach Watling's side.
Hey, Hartford Athletic would like to thank Nuova Pasta and Citizens Bank for supporting our Goals for Meals program. For every Hartford Athletic goal scored this year, Nuova Pasta and Citizens Bank will donate meals to Food Share Connecticut, including for the opener here tonight.
It's a really big task at hand now for Phoenix Rising, going down 1-0 within 25 minutes of the first half, something that Coach Shantz is not going to be happy about. How do you respond? You're away from home, hostile environment, on a turf field. So look for them to connect a couple passes, get the confidence within the team again, take the sting out of this game, get the crowd out of the game as well. So you're looking for players like Lambert, Rodriguez, Sejas in that middle third to really dictate tempo.
Good step by Farrell, Rodriguez, and that's a foul. The initial push on Rodriguez from Gadula didn't win the referee over, but Sejas going down, that did the job. That's gonna get way out. Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partner, Travelers. Thanks to Travelers, presenting partner of our community champion program, children from underserved communities throughout Greater Hartford able to come to the matches free of charge. Think we can all get behind that? You remember your first game you went to, pro game as a kid? The first pro game I went to was an NWSL game that I was calling in 2013.
Oh no, for me, when I was probably like 5, 6 years old. Son and Father Day at the park.
It's just when you and I were kids, and we're about more or less the same age, yeah. Hartford Athletic and Phoenix Rising didn't exist.
They didn't, no.
It was just a lot harder to find a pro game near you. I guess I could have gone to the Cleveland Crunch games.
I think I went to one of those friendlies that the teams would come over, like the international friendlies as well. In South Florida. Good times.
Johnson, that got snipped out. Diagonal for Epps.
What's really interesting about how this Phoenix Rising team attacks is just their spacing. You see the front 3 Epps hugging this touch line on the other side. You have Santi Moar, which gives a lot of space for players like Rodriguez, Sejas to operate in. Greg Curtis occupying the 2 center backs. So while they're so explosive, they spread you out, and they have players like Cameron Lambert, Sejas, Rodriguez able to pick their head up and put a ball over 60, 70 yards on a dime.
And Njai has been a nice inclusion here at the outset as well. Being able to connect those.
And on the other hand, if you're Hartford Athletic, you have to be really disciplined in your spacing as well. You're looking at Brewitt, Jadama in that center back pairing, have a lot of communication, balance a give and go. When one steps up, the other 3 have to cover. Really make this thing really tight and compact. Don't have any open lanes for Phoenix Rising to play through.
Musa. The width from Njai. Seeking out Hurst. Strong-willed header forward sent Moar running. And now we're starting to see Phoenix with a little bit of that possession that can make them so difficult. Njai, another dicing run. Ball got deflected away. McGlynn still down. Rodriguez steps through, takes the shot. That deflects. Still the injured player, but still the attack for Phoenix. Sejas. Rodriguez again, and is that deflected back? The athletic trainer is going to come and check on a player who's been down now for the better part of a minute. It's McGlynn.
It's a bit shaken up, McGlynn. We'll take a look at it here.
Oh, he got the boot.
Yeah, it's a trailing run from Purpa. Really interesting. The ref doesn't see, understand it's a head injury, call it sooner. Those are never fun. You're at least expecting it. Those ones that hurt the most. Hopefully he's okay. Just a pivot player. For Coach Watling, sits in front of that back line. Passing range, top class in this league. We've seen him score goals from distance. Brilliant technique, McGlynn. So it's a big situation here to see for Coach Watling and decisions to make for Hartford Athletic.
Good to see McGlynn up and moving after taking that shot to the back of the head. What a save. Slayton. And Johnson lost his footing. Lambert. Positive intervention. Sadie on the run. Really in behind.
It's a right back for Hartford Athletic. Budati's had a really good game, defensively sound. Joining in the attack, got the assist on that goal for Sadie. Really shut down that right-hand side, so look for him to keep it up and really ping back Santi Moar as he gets into the attack as well. Make the Phoenix Rising striker defend things that he's not motivated really to do. Santi Moar just an explosive player that likes to go forward, comfortable on the ball, not really known for his defensive units.
Slayton will scoop that up in front of Hurst. Lyco Office Furniture is a proud sponsor of the Hartford Athletic. For over 40 years, Lyco Office Furniture has been furnishing startup to Fortune 500 companies all over New England. Go to lycoinc.com for more information. Half an hour gone in Hartford, Connecticut. We hope you're well on this Memorial Day weekend. Here in the Nutmeg State, Hartford trying to make it 3 wins in a row, but this would certainly be the crown jewel of their season to this point. For Phoenix, a forgettable Tuesday night played under a full range of unenviable circumstances. Their previous game, one of the more disappointing results against Tampa Bay that they've had since the rebrand a handful of years ago. And tonight looking to get back on track as they sit squarely on the line between home field advantage and having to play on the road in the first round of the playoffs. So though Rick Schantz joins me in cautioning everybody, this is only the 12th game out of 34. Back to Loon. There might be something more here. Rodriguez had gone down multiple times before. And one of the referee instantly put his fingers up to suggest a sub was coming, and the bench got busy for Phoenix immediately.
And I think it comes back to that coming together between him and Santi Moar. As he comes across, Moar's running towards that ball, and Moar gets a lot of Rodriguez, none of the ball. You can see as he's taking off his sock.
Arturo has been so fun to watch this year. You think about some of the signings who've come out of League One. He did go to Monarchs first, but there's a time where FC Dallas didn't really see the need for him in their academy and continued to play on his own. Victor Medina coached him outside that Dallas academy for 3 years, finally got back in to that machine of an academy. Got into North Texas, was a star there in League One. Won the MVP in 2019. Makes his way to Phoenix, where they cannot say enough good things about this young man. Still only 23.
And such a bright spot. So skillful. Way that he moves in tight spaces, can score goals, can give assists. 1 goal, 2 assists on the year. The reason why they're so high on him, just the spaces that he picks up. He's able to get on that half turn with his body position. It's a joy to watch. And it's a shame that he's not able to keep on coming and to finish out this match.
Well, Darnell King's the one who got up and started moving. We'll see if he's the one who comes on, and if so, what changes might lie in store. He's an outside back. In theory, he could move Calistri up into midfield. Let's take a moment to talk about Darnell King. I had a conversation with Rick Schantz after that press conference finished yesterday, and we talked about Darnell King, who wore the captain's armband on Tuesday night. And there was a run or two that he made, 30, 40 yards, the score line firmly against them, that made you realize that he was going to carry that armband with a lot of pride for those young players who are making their debut and not seeing the score go the way they want. But he was going to be the epitome of professionalism. So I asked Rick about that and what he saw of Darnell, and I had respected him for a long time before that, but here's King on the ball. And King driving end line, and King winning a corner. He actually, the day before in Albuquerque, brought together all the academy kids and the vets and mixed the tables up at their pregame meal so that the academy kids got the full experience and the full recognition of the senior players that were available. Floated ball across, header down and in! Phoenix on level terms. They've been waiting to get closer to full strength. And Kevin Lambert rises above the rest.
And it's a quick corner. Hartford's not ready for it, but Kevin Lambert is ready for it, and what a header that is. Beating Budati, rising up, textbook header, snaps it down over his left shoulder. There's nothing that Slayton can do. Terrific take there from Kevin Lambert to draw this game 1-1.
35th minute, Phoenix pulls even. And is that the turning point here? Lambert had been playing a little bit of center back. Moves back into midfield and on this set piece. Leaps up, salmon out of water, 35th minute, 1-1. Oh, whoa, okay. That Gatorade tank almost took a tumble. Gadula, a little bit of beef with some of the subs.
And going back to your point of King, just the leadership that he shows reminds me of when I made my rookie year when I got drafted. My first text, my first call that I got was from Kyle Beckerman saying, "Welcome to the club. I got drafted to RSL." Just those little things that make you feel wanted, to understand it is intimidating as a young player, as a rookie, whatever it is, coming into a new job, whatever it is, any walk of life. It's your first time doing something. You want someone to put your arm around you and show you, look, you're a part of us. You feel comfortable here. You have to be in the culture. When you have a player like King to do that to academy kids, it just shows you the world. There's a reason why they're so high on him. And your talk with Coach Shantz really shows that.
Epps crossing up and away. Second ball maintains some altitude. And now a shot is on. Oh! Phoenix ahead! Hurst finishes in front of goal. On a scramble at the top of the 18, it drops to the striker. Phoenix 2, Hartford 1.
And how quick things can change for this Phoenix Rising team. It's a ball in from Epps. It's not dealt with good enough. Give credit to Mowar, just gets himself in there. King has a play in it too, and then it's just instinct there from Hurst. Doesn't even need to look where the goal is. Snapshot, turnovers left shoulder, puts his legs through it, just too quick for Slayton to react, to get down quick enough. Such a creative player Greg Hurst is, a fox in the box, quicker than everyone. Terrific goal there for his 5th on the season.
Comes in the 37th minute. And maybe there's more. Hurst! Late whistle, and the card's out. That looks like merely a yellow. And Jadama's going to trot away from that.
Just a ball over the top, and Hurst does extremely well. Gets there before Jadama, and I'll tell you what, it is a reckless challenge from the center back of Hartford. I think he is lucky not to see a different color there. Comes across, scissor motion. You see the pain Greg Hurst is in. He's a lucky man to stay on the field, Jadama is. The hard challenge coming across Brewitt. Getting a lot of Hurst.
My, oh my, oh my. This has all changed so quickly. On the 40th minute, a stoppage here as Hurst is attended to. Well, let's see how the set piece plays out. That's deflected away and cleared all the way back. Njai. Floats forward. That's going to run all the way out. And that's going to be a goal kick. Located in Windsor, Connecticut, Day Hill Dome will feature the region's only full-size indoor field, plus multiple outdoor fields. Visit dayhilldome.com for more information. Lambert scoring in the 35th minute, just called up today by the Jamaican national team after what's been an up and down relationship with the Jamaican national team. Theodore Whitmore, really unique character in how he decides to bring players in and bring them out. He's out as the head coach back in December ahead of the Nations League run. Paul Hall taking over the Reggae Boys. And Lambert returning from injury, jumping on the score sheet today on the heels of finding out he's headed in with Jamaica. That across from Epps, the header, and Slayton denies Moar. Finally, something good here for Hartford. It's been a 10-minute onslaught from Phoenix.
And it comes on this right-hand side. But they have a lot of success with the likes of Marcus Epps. Puts a ball into the back post. Terrific save.
Service. Flag. Farrell took a serious hit as well. And Farrell's back up. Hey, Hartford Athletic, proud to partner with Baronet Coffee, a fourth-generation family-owned business. Founded in 1930, Baronet roasts and sells only the finest specialty coffees. Go to baronetcoffee.com and save 20% on your first order with the code Hartford Athletic. I think even if you're watching this broadcast in Phoenix, you'd at least consider buying some of that coffee.
Are you a big coffee drinker?
Huge. I know Devin is scared of the effects of coffee. One of our colleagues, are you? I've seen you in here with Starbucks. You got one, is that tea or coffee?
That's coffee right in front of me.
Ooh.
Starbucks guy, all sorts of coffee. Can't get enough of it.
Well, you're about to be a Baronet's coffee guy, all right?
Only if you do it with me.
Yeah, deal. Lunt drives this away. Kept in. That was filthy. Service for Hurst. Left a bit to be desired. Moar, part two. Gadula. And Johnson as far as King. Ushered through Calistri. Calistri was looking for the back post.
Brilliant move from Phoenix Rising. Calistri understands. Epps is pushed back. There's a lot of real estate in behind. Vision like Kevin Lambert. Puts his ball on a dime. Then we'll take a look at Greg Hurst. He doesn't make that far post run. He peels off. Give credit to Brewer and Jadama. Close down the angle. Give Calistri no look at goal. He has only one option, is to try to find that far post. Good effort, just a bit too wide. if you're Coach Watling, you have to go back to how you started this game. Gone away from your possession-based style. Players through the middle, whether it's McGlynn, Barrera, Luca Perpa, haven't had much to say this last 10, 15 minutes. It's been all Phoenix Rising. Those guys are in the middle of the field for a reason. Did take tempo, get the confidence within. You don't want passes like that from Slayton as they go wayward. Prince Sadie, Herzog haven't really had much going forward as well. Johnson, you need those players on the ball. You need them confident in a rhythm if you have any chance of breaking down Phoenix Rising and their defensive unit.
Phoenix puts themselves back in position to lead the proceedings, but turned over by Musa. A lot of chop and a strong-willed clearance sent Brewitt trailing away. The offside flag goes up here. Hartford Athletic would like to extend a special thanks to our partners Jim Beam Bourbon and Hornitos Plata Tequila. I asked you about coffee. I held off on the last one.
I like burritos.
Yeah, good. I don't disagree. But get ready for this. 7 added minutes of Brignall Vineyards stoppage time. I'm pretty sure, Ricky, we could probably bottle some wine ourselves with 7 minutes.
Some Hornitos?
That's a whole different kettle of fish. Goal in the 35th from Lambert, Hurst in the 37th after the opener from Prince Sadie in the 21st minute for Hartford. Kadula, Johnson, sun beaming in from the corner, seeking Herzog. Ooh. Kadula and Jadama not on the same page. Have not seen enough of Perpa in this first half. Perpa looking for the return. That appeared to catch his arm. And they're saying a free kick to Hartford.
And they win it in a really interesting position, just to the likes of the effort, the running of Luca Perpa.
Well, Hartford's trying to go. They are so proud of their set piece plays, but having 5 players discussing the call with the referee doesn't amount to a realistic advantage.
But it's interesting, as Herzog moves off to this left-hand side, you want whether it's Johnson or Sadie to walk in and understand that there's a vacant hole spearheading the attack. You need someone to occupy the center backs to understand that there is space in between lines for Perpa, for Barrera to really operate. That's where they're at their best, where they make their money. So you need a bit more fluidity, and that final third for Coach Watling's side. But it's a good opportunity here for Barrera just to whip this ball in right between that penalty area on top of that 6-yard box.
Barrera, there it is, and the header from Herzog angles outside the post. And after Luis Arroyo gives the free kick to Hartford, a narrow misfire.
And he's just creative in his approach, just trying to flick it on, trying to find that far post. Doesn't miss by much. He knows how close he is. When you have a player like Danny Barrera on the ball, it's always going to give you a chance. Just so unlucky for the striker not to find that goal at that far post.
I asked Harry Watling, where do you find Herzog? I mean, the guy was 70-plus goals, and he goes, well, we saw him in the Open Cup playing with one of the lower division teams and thought, well, let's give him a call. He still has goals in those legs. That ball apparently just got inside the 18. Said he was on a beach in Miami. Not totally fit, but he was open to the idea of coming back and playing pro again. So they spent about a month and a half. He said, let me try and get my fitness up and see where I'm at. And he's come into Hartford and had a really positive effect. Well, Herzog right now having a very very combative effect with Lambert.
It's really interesting. Playing an Open Cup, the lower division team on the beach in Miami, a talent like him. It's surprising that no team picked him up after a stint with San Diego.
Well, they talked about in Louisville, maybe it was 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, Kyle Gregg was working out in his garage in Kansas City waiting for somebody to call. Now he's signed a new deal with Tampa Bay for this year.
And you love to see it, just guys that never give up on the dream, waiting for opportunities. You never know when it's going to arise. There's just so much talent in this USL. Guys just need opportunities to really showcase themselves. I'm extremely happy to see him on the field here tonight. And Greg, MC4, Tampa Bay Rowdies.
Epps has ideas. Calistri! That rebound skipped up off of Slayton. He's going to have the sun in his eyes from that angle the rest of this first half, which we'll see another 2.5 minutes.
And he's give up quite a few rebounds inside that 6-yard box. As a keeper, you never want a rebound right in front of your goal. You want to parry it away, take away the angle. So if you're a Phoenix Rising attacker, you have to realize that and understand that when there is a shot on goal, I need to crash that box for an easy tap in.
Farrell, brilliant service, and Hurst racing through. Well, it took Phoenix, as one would imagine, a little bit of time here to get going. Lengthy travel cross country, the issues that saw multiple people in isolation, and finally, they very much look the part. Big bad Phoenix Rising. Curled through by Barrera. Clever idea. And skips out. Apparently a handball on the extended arm.
But it's better movement. That's what we've seen in the last 10 minutes from Sadie. Tries to make that run in behind. Barrera's a player that can put a ball on a dime. Obviously, there's a reason why he has so much assists in this USL Championship. And what that does when Sadie makes that run in behind, it's going to have to draw some respect from Musa, from Farrell, to understand that if he goes, I have to go with him. And what that is going to happen is going to open that gap in front for Luca Purpa to really move into. A player that lives and dies in those gaps, so creative, can in tight spaces, can give assists. So just a reacting of the movement from Sadie has a lot of success and a lot of trickling effect for Coach Watling's attacking unit.
Sent into the stands, knowing it's a matter of seconds from here. Gadula comes forward, just his second appearance since returning to the club. And a throw for Herzog, and this dude's got an arm. Arroyo saying, how far can I go? He wants a different ball. No, this should be the finale in the first half. Herzog, header up by Brewitt. Farrell away, McGlynn. Laid back Barrera, and there's Moar. He puts his body on the line and effectively gets this to halftime. And Hartford gets the scoring started in the 21st, but Phoenix, bang, bang. Lambert, Hurst, 35-37, Rising 2-1 at the half.
Rising flexing their muscle as this first half went on. If you're Coach Watling, a lot to change in your attacking unit. Cleaning up that final third movement, obviously playing between the gaps. Barrera, Purple need to get on the ball a bit more. And just a movement between Johnson and Sadie need to be a bit better. You had so much success in the first couple of minutes in that first half, getting behind. When you have a team like Phoenix Rising, you don't want to give them a sniff at success. You see how explosive they are with the likes of Hurst, Epps, Mowart, getting a lot of success around the edges. A lot to play for in this next 45. It's going to be really interesting to see the tactical changes from both of these coaches.
Some critical early season points at the tail end of May. Harry Watling still has his playing shoes on. Lambert headed to Jamaica. He's going to do it with a goal. Rising lead 2-1 at halftime. welcome back to halftime. Mike Watson, Devin Kerr to take you through the very best of the U.S. Open Cup this week as Sacramento and Union Omaha making a little bit of history for the championship in League One. All right, Dev, forget wish. It's a dish. It's real. It's Luis Felipe.
Two championship teams, one League One coming into the final 16. Peep this from Luis Felipe Fernandez in the 28th minute. And then the man with the plan, the master class, row your boat all the way to the final 8. That's 2-0 Sacramento Republic, Mike.
Another moment of history-making magic for Roro Lopez, Mark Briggs, and Sacramento are moving on. They'll go to Carson to take on the Galaxy. How about Louisville City? Great start for Ownby in Lou City against Nashville.
You're going to look at the results and go, okay, they've lost 3 in a row, including this one to Nashville. But 37 minutes in, Brian Ownby with the flick across. The problem is, Akiloba, 2 minutes later, they've been waiting for him to get going ever since coming over from Liga MX. How about down into the corner? Good ball whipped in, flat across the box. That's called a gift, also known as a silver platter, and also known as 1-1 at Lynn Family Stadium. And then turn up the hands of time. Just before the end, sophomore slump turns into junior delight because there was no slump his second year in. That happened as a freshman. 3 years later, Hani Mukhtar in the 89th minute. Guy is just utter class off that back shoulder run into the bottom corner for a 2-1 victory.
Only the third time Louisville has ever lost a knockout game on their home ground. Nashville, Orlando next round. How about in Minnesota, the upset?
We call this combination play, though. Triangular, you stand there, I'll put it back, and you pick out the near post, and that's 1-0 for Minnesota United. Just like that, Adrian Heath's boys are off and running. But yet, there was a storm a-brewing from the Midwest. Nobody told Minnesota United about it. Watch the ball flicked up over the top for Kamatani. In space, whips him off, doesn't get the best of it, but enough to the bottom corner, Mike, to tie it up.
Union Omaha trying to be the first USL League One team to ever reach the quarterfinal. And, well, here's the vital moment.
How's the game winner? Joey Brito, also known as Joey B, also known as Joey Drops Bombs, and in my personal favorite, the Circle of Trust, Joey Badass. Good opportunity right before the end final whistle. That's called the woodwork, though. This is a cup set, and that is Jay Mims and his boys headed to the final 8 against Sporting Kansas City from League One. Hats off, boys.
Yep, good luck at Children's Mercy Park. The Open Cup picks back up at the end of June. Back to your game, which I'm sure is exactly this exciting after these messages.
It's a goal for Orange County SC, and their first of the season.
And that's full time. The old guard with a new trophy. Orange County wins the USL Championship final.
For the black and yellow, New Mexico takes the lead, and all 12,000 plus here at the lab are on their feet.
We all have goals. But let's be honest, most of us aren't going to be professional athletes. But if your goal is to finish your degree, we can help. Come to a university that puts your goals first. Bellevue University, your partner in finishing goals.
You strive to stay on top of your health, but you can't always see what's coming. So whether you're ready or not, We are. At Trinity Health of New England, offering you expert orthopedic care throughout our hospitals and physician offices, whenever you need us, for whatever it is. You didn't plan on the pain, but you can make your next move an easy one. Trinity Health of New England. Care that's always there.
Welcome back, everybody. That is a good way to spend your Memorial Day weekend. I'm all in on halal. Phoenix 2, Hartford 1. Mike Watts and Ricky Lopez-Espin to make sure there's no confusion. Let's take a look at news and notes from around the league. Sacramento, they've done the job time and time again. They knock out San Jose. Roro Lopez with maybe the goal of the round. And how about Union Omaha getting the job done in Minnesota?
Did you see that goal to win it?
Woo!
Think that's better than Roro's? It's up there.
Yeah, it's got to be up there. And we just showed all the goals.
Crazy.
Okay, you know. Antoine Hopino, congrats, 35 and 35. He is the 4th all-time player in the league to do that, including Solomon Asante. Of course, Orange County, New Mexico, 9 Eastern, June 4th, ESPN Deportes with Jesus Acosta and Jose Rodriguez. There's the scoreboard from the weekend and the early game today. Louisville 4, Tulsa 1. Tulsa remains hapless on the road. El Paso over Las Vegas. New Mexico 2-1. When playing it out of the back goes wrong, got just raw meat in that game, didn't they?
You don't want to, just hurts my heart to watch that. You never want to see that happen, right?
It's the kind of low light. You can't look away. Here's the upcoming schedule on Wednesday night if you don't choose to stick around for the late games. Any of those excite you? Maybe Tulsa hosting Tampa Bay. Maybe they can get some of that home mojo back, or maybe Oakland and Orange County.
I'm looking at Oakland Roots and Orange County. Oakland Roots, a team that's far better than what their records say. Obviously, the reigning champs, Orange County, going into Laney. You look down, Colorado Springs, Switchbacks, Las Vegas Lights. Just a lot of talent, a lot of competitive matches here.
That game's going to need oxygen. Here's a look at the Western Conference top 9 right now. Phoenix was in 4th coming into the week and have dropped to 6th. You get a win here, you're sitting in 3rd. You're still in great position.
But isn't it weird seeing them in the middle of the pack, not at the top? Obviously, you see Colorado Springs, San Antonio riding the top. Just so, this Western Conference is just so tight.
It's a bonanza over there. We've got a second half.
Comfort in routine, and discomfort can be a disruption. But Trinity Health of New England is here to help with an experienced urology team offering advanced diagnostics and treatment expertise throughout our hospitals and physician offices. Because if something is keeping you from living well, you deserve better and the very best care to make it happen. Trinity Health of New England. Care that's always there. You've got a life to live, and you don't want to miss a beat. But sometimes it happens. And Trinity Health of New England is ready with comprehensive cardiovascular expertise delivered with commitment and compassion throughout our network of hospitals and physician offices. So when you trust your care to Trinity, you won't have to hope for the best. You can set your heart on it. Trinity Health of New England. Care that's always there. You've made changes, smart choices, a commitment. So this can be hard to understand. But at Trinity Health of New England, we do. Throughout our hospitals and physician offices, our dedicated weight management team provides expert guidance and care for a successful, personalized journey to better health. Because we understand it's not about what you hope to lose, but all you can expect to gain. Trinity Health of New England. Care that's always there.
Welcome back, everybody. Those are people watching ESPN Plus right now in front of your very eyes. Here in Connecticut, Hartford trails Phoenix 2-1 at halftime. Mike and Ricky, let's take a look at the first half highlights, of which there were many. We begin in the 11th minute of play. Phoenix starting to find themselves a little bit in the attacking half, and it's Prince Sadie, opportunity after opportunity, blazing.
He was just so active in that first half, running in behind, his movement just so powerful in the way that he glides. I think Kalisha gets away with run. But then here, understanding Njai dancing through a couple of challenges, hard strike. If you're Marcus Epps, you want to take that first time, and then again, Arturo Rodriguez just cuts off Santamora as he's going to run on to put his laces through it. This is really good football here. Joel Johnson back to Barrera, oncoming run of Budati. Just the lack of defending there for Phoenix Rising is alarming, but give credit to Herzog. Makes that near post run, doesn't get the contact he wants, but Sadie's there to clean it up. And if you're Kalishi, you're getting caught on the wrong side. Not good defending for Phoenix Rising, but they'll make it right here. Short corner, Sejas. Lambert rises up like a salmon above everyone, heads it down over his left shoulder. Nothing Slate can do to draw this game 1-1. Big time goal there from a big man.
And then 2 minutes later, you find an equalizer. Why not go find the go-ahead goal shortly before halftime? Ball drops down, kept alive effectively by Mowar, and then King is there. Hurst at the end.
And he's just so active, so instinctual. I love that he turns, doesn't have a wind-up snapshot. That's a striker's goal if I've ever seen one. Doesn't think twice, just too quick for anyone to react. 2-1 at half.
Here's a look at the halftime stats. Phoenix, more of the possession, more of the opportunities. They have a deserved 2-1 lead on the road.
And they started off fairly slow, but as the half went on, they got more into the game, started to dictate tempo, got more of the possession. Now it's going to be really interesting to see what the messages were from Coach Johnson and Coach Watling. Coach Johnson's going to be really interesting to see this first 10, 15 minutes if they're going to get that third one. And Coach Watling, you have to go back to how you started that first half, running in behind, getting Barrera on the ball, picking up his head, having the vision to break lines and break this defensive unit of Phoenix Rising down.
All right, game of two halves. Let's see what lies in store. Phoenix in black with red trim, 6-5 on the year. Hartford after an 0-6-1 start, 2 straight wins, and finally a few home games to try and make things right after beginning much of the opening month and a half of the season on the road to avoid the New England winter. Chadama, Epps trying to close down. Ball fired in over the back. King came on for the injured Arturo Rodriguez in the first half. Johnson. McGlynn working off Barrera. Perpa. Johnson. Herzog lost his footing in the area. Chance to strike that, and it's a painful block with a lot of English on it coming from McGlynn.
Really disciplined passage of play there. We've seen time and time again McGlynn making those late trailing runs, puts his laces through it, just the technique that he hits it with. Give credit to Lambert, stays big, doesn't let that ball go through. We have a long throw in again here for Hartford.
Tossed in Herzog, header down in front, bounces backside, saved away from the line. Joel Johnson having a whack at it. And now Phoenix the other way with speed. Ball clanks free. Barrera stepped in to win it back. It's that King on the goal line who got his head to that.
Unbelievable opportunity here for Hartford Athletic to get this goal in within 2 minutes. Ball that trickles to this far post. Johnson arriving late, doesn't get the contact he wants, just cuffs it into the ground. But give credit to Phoenix Rising to help their goalkeeper Loons out to keep their lead intact here.
Racing in behind from the end line, Farrell. A header that's going to bounce out, and a corner coming for Hartford.
Overlap and run here from Gadula. Give credit to Farrell to stay with the play, something that they did not do in that first goal. Close the angle down, goes out for a corner kick. Good opportunity here for Barrera to whip this ball in, cause a bit of confusion.
It's a short Bank of America corner kick to the top of the 18. McGlynn took it out of the air. Moar sprints onto this. Pops it high and then played forward for Moar, part 2. To the edge of the final third. Moar, Sejas, Njai. Celebrating its 75th anniversary, Select, proud to be the official match ball supplier of the USL Championship. Choose what you play with. SelectSportAmerica.com. Select, League's choice, player's choice. Calistri's choice. Karam's off of Jadama and out. Corner, Phoenix. Runners in all different directions. There's the corner, bouncing through with 2 Phoenix players on the ground, including Musa, right near where that ultimately landed. And Njai tosses in. Through, Sadie. Lund.
Bit of frustration there from Herzog. Just coming through the back. Now Farrell unable to get this ball under control. Not the best of clearances from Lund as he gets off his line.
Ball whipped in. Moar through all those players, tries once, he tries again. That deflects down and out for a corner.
We've seen it time and time again. Santi Moar picks his ball on the left-hand side, cuts in on his preferred right, gets denied once, twice. Player that's just so slippery in those tight spaces on top of that 18-yard box. Give credit to Hartford Athletic and their defensive unit to not let that ball go through.
Another set piece, this time aimed at Farrell. And that clearance sends King on the run. Did the referee get lost? A little bit late catching up. Sadie knocked down by King. Fan in the stand says that's got to be a yellow card. Gives it back to Dad. Nope. By the way, a quick apology on my part. Babacar Jai, in a previous stop in the league, N was in the pronunciation guide, Njai. Guy's been racing up and down throughout this game. The 54th minute here, and Phoenix still largely in command. We did finally get a look at what you were asking for at halftime, that vertical ball unleashing Sadie off the set piece.
Just causes all sorts of problems when he runs in behind. A lot quicker than the back line pairing of Musa and Farrell. There's a lot of success already from Sadie, so something to keep an eye on. And you have to have a good understanding of your Musa and Farrell. When one challenges Sadie for that long ball, the other one needs to cover. The push and pull relationship between the two center backs.
Rings off of Sadie. Could it possibly? Oh, it certainly will. Stay in play. Sadie whipping the service. What a tussle for it with Johnson leaping.
And he's been all over the field, Sadie. Love to see just a running to keep this ball in. The extra effort, not fazed by the contact. Put the dicing ball in. Give credit to King to make life extremely difficult. To the oncoming Johnson. It throws him off. It's a good opportunity for the winger to come in.
McGlynn will find Slayton.
And it just needs to be a big cleaner for Hartford Athletic as they try to break. Nice little nutmeg there. But as they try to break this initial press of Phoenix Rising, Pereira, and the spots that he takes up were really important, really clever between lines, able to get the ball in the half turn, run out this back line of Phoenix Rising, really dictate tempo as you see him here.
Pereira. Musa arrived in time.
And he finds those space, but it's just so important that you get him the ball.
How about Mowar? It bounced right to him, and he thought, why not? It hung up in the air just right.
And he has that in his locker for sure. Just the audacity, Santi Mowar, to pick his head up, see Slayton off his line.
He has audacity in his locker? Sounds about right.
You have to be audacious to take that. Bouncing ball, volley.
Mowar 16 goals a season ago. Calistri against Gadula. Spun out. Tonight is the Veterans and Military Appreciation Night. Hartford Athletic would like to thank all active military members, veterans, and their families for their support and service of and to our country on this Memorial Day weekend in Hartford, Connecticut. A 2-1 Phoenix lead. Herzog testing the constitution of that back line. Johnson angling end line, punched away by Lute. He had Herzog breathing down his neck. And Budati watches this get slid out. Appeal for that to be a throw.
Good attack on the left-hand side with Johnson creating space through a bit of 1v1 brilliance, but give credit to Lund understanding. This ball gets through me. Herzog has an easy tap in at the far post, parries it away, and gets rid of danger. Really good goalkeeping from the Phoenix Rising keeper.
High arcing throw. Almost has the Maybe not pace of a corner, but it does have some good distance and lift. Well recovered. Johnson's going to throw. Play off Perpa. Pereira. Watch out, he's the danger man outside Sadie. He scored the opener in this game. He tried to get by Jai. Rolls out, Budati's gonna let this out. Since 2018, the Fix has been Hartford County's leading wellness spa. Whether you need a quick B12 shot to increase energy or a vitamin infusion to rehydrate, this is the place to reset your mind and body. Take time, treat yourself, and invest in your health. Herzog, the delivery. Barrera settles, lashes. Herzog pursues. Caught Hurst.
And if you're Hartford Athletic, you need to be a bit cleaner in your decisions in that final third. You're getting in really good spaces, opportunities, dangerous positions. Just think that thing that is lacking is that final pass. It's another jersey in blue, someone to get on the end of it, maybe a piece of individual brilliance, combination play on top of that 18-yard box, whatever it is, it has been lacking in the second half.
Budati led that through, yes, certainly offside.
But it's a good idea, just a bit too long on the side of Budati. It's not like a broken record, but it's unbelievable movement from Sadie. As Budati's driving in, requires a lot of attention of Phoenix Rising. Just a bit too late.
Blue. Budati.
And those are really important moments as you turn over Phoenix Rising in their defensive half. You need to have your first pass forward. That being said, defensive unit of Phoenix Rising, when they turn over that ball, they're the most vulnerable. They're open. So we would like to see Budati pick up his head, punch this ball into McGlynn, facing forward. Sadie providing an option to break through lines.
Allowed through for Johnson by Herzog. In behind, and a great save, pops up on the other side, and hit wide. Is Budati first pulling through on the right. An appeal there for a deflection, and Prince Sadie's not gonna get that.
Good interchange. Combination play on top of that 18-yard box. Budati, give credit to Lunt. He comes out extremely big, extremely fast, closing down the angle. Budati tries to nutmeg him. The keeper comes out on top. You can just see the class that Danny Barrera has on top of that 18-yard box. Little outside the boot flick. Best passage of play and best combination play for Coach Rotling's side to break down Phoenix Rising.
Perpa spun that wrong. Let's tell you that tonight's youth affiliate of the match, Watertown Association for Youth Soccer. Welcome all the young players coming up from Watertown. We saw Arturo Rodriguez go down earlier in the match, and now Mowar flexing that left leg out. Moar hobbling this off. Appears like he may be set to continue. Conversation with Rick Schantz to make that call. Look forward for Phoenix. They're going to host Birmingham next weekend, so they finally get a true week off here. And then host El Paso, and then they have to go cross country to Segra Field, take on Loudoun. Herzog, on your mark, get set, go. Loop pushes away. The title holders take the spotlight once again when New Mexico United travels to Orange County SC. You don't want to miss any of the action on Saturday, June the 4th, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific on ESPN Deportes. Herzog.
They've had better of the play. Hartford Athletic, most of the second half has been played in their attacking half. Something that Coach Schantz maybe relying on Santi Moar to get going, got to be that focal point to play through, to break that line of the pressure that they're in against this Hartford Athletic side. So look for him to drop in, provide another option. The likes of Farah, Musa, Jai, and King, once they get the ball, punch that ball into Moar and off to the races. Phoenix Rising goes.
By the way, ESPN going to have some Hartford and Phoenix games coming down the pipe here soon. June the 25th, Hartford and Louisville City here at Trinity Health Stadium. That's a 1 o'clock kick on ESPN2. Louisville is going to host Phoenix on ESPN2. Jai lashes that off frame.
And it doesn't come to much, but it's brilliant interchange and fluidity between this left-hand side, Jai and Moar. Epps comes across the field. Moar drops in, trying to get on that ball. Budati has to follow him, so that opens a lot of real estate for Jai, and he sees it, takes the space extremely well, just doesn't come to fruition with that strike. Just an understanding between your left midfielder and left back is really high-level football for Coach Shantz's side.
Bypass to Lambert and gets sent upfield, the offside flag up here, and we can tell you that Westfield Bank is proud to support Hartford Athletic and all they do to make our communities better. Need more convenience from your bank? At Westfield Bank, you can bank your way. Learn more at westfieldbank.com. Lambert reverses, Musa help navigate, and out to Jai. Farrell. Handful of guys with experience playing in the Eastern Conference, maybe not at Hartford for Phoenix. All the way down, ball for Hurst. Not cut out. Epps is going to chase it down. It'll be a throw for Phoenix Rising. King played in Nashville and in Tampa Bay. Moar playing in Bethlehem. Farrell playing in Rochester. Great effect early in his career. Louisville, Calistri in St. Louis. Ball lashed at target. Brilliant. Slayton guides that away. And in the 69th minute, Phoenix keeps coming.
It's a good strike from Sejas. Gets his ball out of his feet and has one thing on his mind. Doesn't need a second invitation. We've seen him strike from distance before. Slayton's there to answer the question. Pairs this away.
Moar, no. King rolled that up. Lambert. He's got to deal with Budati. And did. King floats. Came off the head of Musa. Sejas. Jai. Jai will take that space, and Slayton's got that under control. There's Barrera. Don't miss a minute of the action in 2022. Whether your club is on the road or at home, you can catch nearly every second of the championship season on ESPN+. Home to USL Championship, USL League One, MLS, La Liga, Bundesliga, UFC, and more. Sign up today, plus.espn.com. That was an inconvenient truth for Corey Herzog. He not only faced the indignity of getting hit with a ball while not anticipating it, he was also offside while doing it. This is about to be a clown car level substitution. You see two changes awaiting. Sievert Haugli, Claudio Repetto. Perpa trying to get there. Referee shows the yellow card. Lambert gives his honest reaction.
Good ball in from Brewitt, and then it's just creativity from Barrera, understanding he has a better body position, takes that ball across his body, nothing Lambert can do, just brings him down. Handful of the jersey, it is a yellow card.
Lambert, the goal scorer, back in the 35th. So often in more of a role confirming that the ball doesn't find his own net than scoring himself. Does a little bit of both on this instance.
Says it extremely nice from McGlynn just to chip this ball to the back post. Or not.
Well, to get the ball ahead to Barrera to chip to the back post. It's floated forward, that's caught. You do get the feeling, whatever you think is going to happen, it's like an unexpected curveball from Harry Watling.
Time and time again, you see teams just chip this ball to the back post for a knockdown across, an easy tap in. Coach Watling just so creative in his set pieces, the way that he wants his teams to play. Good opportunity here.
Sadie, he's got a goal already, and he's curling for target, but he curled it wide. Phoenix is preparing to make subs number 2 and 3 in their second window. Haugli and Repetto coming on. Moar and Lambert set to come off here.
It's a tactical change here for Coach Shunts. Leg for legs, Haugli's going to sit in front of that back line. Repetto's going to come in to spearhead the attack. That's going to push Greg Hurst out to the left-hand side. Repetto, more of a target play to play off of. So you're looking at Sejas Calistri. Once they play off him.
That's going to be Lunt going in the book, a yellow card. He started to put the ball down, and then he flipped it over to Musa. Farrell and Lunt on yellows now for Phoenix. Jadam on a yellow for Hartford.
Yellow card, assessing Phoenix, number 39. Ben Lunt. Card assessment, the second
Udati. There's 3 balls in this equation. Now we've found the right one. Herzog, overzealous. The Performance Lab is an all-inclusive model that brings the latest technologies for pain relief, wellness, and mobility together under one roof with one-on-one treatments and a customized approach to fit your needs. The Performance Lab will get you moving and feeling your best. Deflection played well. Phoenix inch down the line. And Slayton sends it wayward. Phoenix find the third that really turns this tide. Haugley. Jai working off Hurst. Jai sprinting into the area. Jai put it on target. Slayton says no. Hurst slid in. Barrera gets it away.
And Jai's been really active. 76 minutes from minute 1 to now. Runs in behind. We've seen him have a couple cracks at goal. Really strong showing for Jai at that left back position.
It's a trio of changes. There's Apollon coming on. Joel Johnson comes off. Andre Lewis set to join. And Rashawn Dolly as well. Sadie and Perpa appear to be the other players out here. So Dolly, Lewis, and Apollon on. Sadie, Perpa, and Johnson off. Subs brought to you by 4G Recycling.
Really offensive changes for Coach Watling. Dre Lewis, a player that likes to get involved, really explosive, so quick. Apollon likes to go on this end line, provide a lot of service, so it's going to be really interesting to see his relationship between Herzog, Lewis, Dolly, and Apollon as they come on to provide that spark, trying to claw themselves back into this game.
Dolly. Dolly early. Came off of Farrell, corner. Hartford. You know, there's a lot of talk about language when you talk to Harry Watling. Says he doesn't refer to subs and starters. Talks about game changers and finishers. Did any of the trio just came in be the difference?
It's a brilliant ball in from Dolly. Just asking for someone to get on the end of it. If you're Herzog, if you're Andre Lewis that just comes on, you need to put that extra effort in and get yourself into a dangerous position, because it's a fantastic bit of service from the substitute.
Jadama helping Epps up off the ground. Short corner, clipped over, and the header from Brewitt off the mark. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Connecticut's own Ripe Juice Bar, the official cocktail mixer of Hartford Athletic. Another stoppage here. King will cede the stretching duties. Epps, who was down a moment ago, and Jadama started to stretch him, then helped him up for the corner. Vassal's waiting to come in. Minute now. Gadula trotting back into place on a 25-day deal, Ricky. That's certainly a commentary from the manager. Come in here, get this right, play at the right level. You'll see out the rest of the year. It's a case of everyone knows what Logan Gadula can do. It's can he do it consistently?
It's a lot of talent. Just needs an opportunity in 25 days. That is an opportunity to prove yourself. It's going to be interesting that he doesn't put pressure on himself to do too much in those days. Just do your job, play simple, get the job done, be consistent. That's what's asked as a defender, especially from Coach Watling's side.
Epps' time is limited. He's waiting to come back on, but the sub behind him likely to be for him. Oh boy, Herzog. Something's gone awry. Herzog remains in pain here. Barrera played it forward. A push, referee waves that away.
Good little reverse pass there from Danny Barrera, just waiting for the oncoming run of Bodati. Been a little underlapping. We'll take a second look at it. That's first look. Does not look like there's enough in there for a PK call. As Budati's trying to be cheeky, looking for the contact.
Budati snuck it by Jai. Budati was looking for Herzog. Corner coming. You have to think Herzog felt something there a minute ago. That did not look great.
Bit of cramps as he's seen his stretching out his calves. Been working extremely hard, occupying the center backs, running in behind. Really good showing there for Herzog so far, 82 minutes in this match.
Well, this is the end of the line, sub-wise for Phoenix. Epps off, and Giano comes on. That's their third window. Service across, bouncing through the six. Goal kick for Loon. Don't forget, Phoenix had to use a sub in the first half due to the injured Arturo Rodriguez bringing King on. So they made changes earlier in the half, bring off Lambert and Moar. Giano comes on and spells Epps here. Loon will send this away, and we'll tell you, if you can't watch the match, turn on SiriusXM FC 157. It's North America's only 24/7 source for engaging soccer talk. including USL All Access on Tuesday nights, 7 Eastern. Plus, hear live matches from the USL, MLS, English Premier League, and more. All on SiriusXM FC 157 and the SiriusXM app. That June 1st match that you were talking up, Oakland, Orange County. You'll hear that live on Sirius. And then Phoenix and Birmingham next weekend at 10:30 kickoff June the 4th. Be live on the channel as well. Hartford, it's not till they go to San Diego on June the 11th that you'll hear them on the channel. Who knows? Maybe they come up on USL All Access this week. They find a way back in this one. That's certainly newsworthy. Dolly, Lewis, McGlynn. And is this the latest? As this bounces through, all the way in, played across, gets by Herzog. Ash Apollon had gotten through initially.
Really good vision there from Dolly. Just takes an awkward little step there, Apollon. I think it throws himself off. Caught between two minds. Do I go for goal? Do I play it across? Poor Lewis. He plays it across, but it's a tough ball to deal with. And again, it's an opportunity that goes to the wayside for Coach Watling's side. Good interplay between the substitutes. Come on. Good running from Apollon, just missing that final product.
Bank of America corner, Lute denies Lewis. Brilliant. Soars into the air. Herzog tries to bring it down. And the flag goes up. Oh, Lute, go gadget save.
You see Herzog just offside as that ball's played on top of his screen. Unable to get back on side. Going back to that save from Loon. Unbelievable reflexes. Terrific header from Lewis. An even better save to keep their lead intact. Run the Phoenix Rising goalkeeper.
Wow. That's going to bounce into the bleachers. It'll belong to Hartford. Another look at the save. Whoa.
Doesn't know much about it. Just reflexes. Puts his hands up. Strong bear claw away. Which is why he's just so highly regarded in the CSL Championship. Just shows off right there, Ben Lute.
Vassell came on at the last stop for Hartford. Their fourth change and second window. They made a triple sub previously. You can see Jaceel Cedeno waiting to come in at the bottom of your screen there a moment ago. That would be their fifth and final. Apollon shielded off effectively. Can Phoenix hit for the finale here? Here's the last change for Hartford. Jaceel Cedeno comes on. It is only his third appearance of the season. And Herzog, who was cramping about 5 minutes ago, has to come off now.
Tremendous effort from Herzog, leading the line. Good movement, good relationship between him, Prince Sadie. We'll see what Cedeno has as these dying minutes are coming on.
Yellow card, Vassell, he got Hurst.
Yellow card assessed to number 8. Vassell. Yellow card assessed to the 88th minute.
Vassell in 5 games. And this is what detention slips were made for in school. 3 yellows and a red.
It's a bit of a reckless challenge there from Vassell. Ball's gone. Comes in extremely hard and catches Greg Hurst. Been on the field for a little under 3 minutes. Sees yellow already.
Hurst back up, and Sejas stands over the ball. It'll be a free kick for Phoenix. Hartford Athletic would like to thank our founding partners, Stanley Black & Decker. Stay tuned each week for the Stanley Innovative Play of the Game. We had, was it 7 minutes of first half stoppage time? We'll see what the fourth official has compiled in this second half. Take the Phoenix-Tampa Bay result out of the equation for a moment, because that might cloud some judgment on the western half of the country, as where the championship has been, East versus West this year. The West has absolutely lit up the Eastern Conference, and this is potentially the latest positive result. It could thrust Phoenix back up into the top 3 in the Western Conference. And to do that away from home, 3,000 miles away from home, and just getting a little closer back to full health, what a result it'd be. Meanwhile, for Hartford, if they can get a result here at home against Phoenix, goodness, Cedeno, Budati, Dali.
And some will look at the schedule, look at the record of Hartford Athletic and think it's an easy out for Phoenix Rising. Boy, are they wrong.
Brignall Vineyard stoppage time, 6 minutes. Brignall Vineyard's getting their whole 13-minute allotment today.
Going back to that point, this Hartford Athletic side, they have a very, very clear identity in what they try to do, try to play through the lines, possession-based to the likes of Watling. Not an easy out. And it'll be a very good win for Phoenix Rising if they see it out. Coming away from home, hostile environment, not sleeping in your own bed, having to deal with the likes of travel across country. It does take a toll on you.
Slid ahead, there's contact, it's a clean tackle, and it's, well, a very painful tackle too. Could argue the same there on Budati catching Hurst. Tackles flying all over the place. Lewis leveling off. Rolled forward, Rashawn Dolly. We'll chip that out, make it a throw instead of a goal kick. Hartford Athletic proud to team up with Stop and Shop in all of our community efforts as we work together year-round in the fight against food insecurity. We'll see just how valuable that was from Dolly. Here's the clearance. It's going to go right on to Hartford, and they can perhaps put a little pressure back on Phoenix. The whistle, the yellow card.
Yellow card assessed to Phoenix. Number 6.
Jai.
Card assessed and stoppage time.
Lewis. Can Phoenix see this out so far away from home? Trotting inside Barrera, who's had some maestro moments. Ball flicked back. It's good football. Continues. Gadula, Budati. Pops up Cedeno. Gadula crossing, it comes back out. Budati. That's a handball. It is a Hartford handball.
Throwing a lot of numbers. Hartford Athletic, as time is winding down, but give credit to Phoenix Rising. How stout defensively they've been, dealing with all types of crosses, combination play on top of that 18-yard box. Have to get credit. After 2 results don't go their way, 5 goals let in, 7 goals after that. Really tighten things up, Coach Shant and company here, and it's on display here tonight.
Red with ease. King didn't expect to have this kind of workload tonight, and yet he continues to shoulder the brunt. Service cross field. Budati brought it down well. Still another 2 minutes. Lewis with the spin, came off of Calistri. 100 seconds to go. Can Hartford get a share of this, or is Phoenix destined to head home with a crucial win? The service, decent, but overbrew it. Repetto getting dragged away from the play. Sejas into space. This has to be dealt with well, and it was. Oh, it's brilliant, Cedeno. And even better from Jai. But lost it, Budati. Run is on, Repetto testing.
And really good to see this battle on this near side. Budati in blue, Jai in black. Tremendous players providing service in attack, doing their defensive duties extremely well. Both have incredible motors, have not stopped running for 96 minutes in this match. Been a really well-played match of football, an aggressive style.
All right, this is it. Time is of the essence. Can Phoenix repel once more? Barrera. Really no time to go back from here. Blue shirts pour forward. Floated ball, Cedeno. That's gonna get out. That's gonna be full time. And Phoenix back to their winning ways. All 3 points on the road with a 3-minute first half outburst. Loot a magnificent handful of saves, and Sadie's early goal proves not to be the winner. Lambert and Hurst in the 35th and the 37th. Phoenix power back up the standings.
And they needed this win, and they got it. After the hard results they had, what a win this is for Coach Shantz and the Phoenix Rising. For Hartford Athletic, you showed extremely well in the middle third, just lacking that understanding, that creativity-ness, that movement in that final third, unable to execute that final pass. But really good showing in your defensive half and that middle third. So a lot to draw up, a lot to start again from Coach Watling, and look forward onto next week. But give credit to Phoenix Rising and Coach Shantz.
Phoenix wins it 2-1. Our post-game wrap-up on the other side of the break. Phoenix a 2-1 win over Hartford Athletic, and for the traveling faithful and some of the road support, they go share a moment after what was a very hard-earned 3 points. Mike Watts, Ricky Lopez, Espin back with you. Don't miss the next Hartford Athletic match right here at Trinity Health Stadium. It comes June 15th, 7 p.m. HartfordAthletic.com for tickets. And for more information on that matchup with the side that led the East coming into the weekend, Memphis 901 FC. Well, the Hartford fans trying to pay back what was an immense effort from Hartford Athletic. Let's start back in the 21st minute. It's the opener, and it's a really well-worked goal, Ricky.
It's pattern play that you do in training. Up, back, and through on this right-hand side. Pick out a blue jersey. Lack of marking from Farrell. Commitment from Musa. Creativity, little bit missed from Herzog. But Sadie's there to clean it up. It is an easy finish in the end inside that 6-yard box. But Phoenix Rising respond in a cracking way. Terrific header there from Lambert. Just rises up above everyone. It takes no prisoners. Doesn't need a second invitation. Heads out with a lot of venom into the back of the net.
Lion-like finish from Lambert, and then Epps 2 minutes later. The service pops up. There's a whole cavalcade of players here, but it's Hurst on the backside.
Just never gives up on the play, Hurst. So opportunistic, so quick to react, on his toes at all times. Striker's finished, instinctual. Doesn't have to think twice. Ball in the back of the net. 2-1, Phoenix Rising as halftime is approaching.
And skip ahead to the second half, and when the lights come on, this game got stretched. Herzog helping to create. Budati, Lunt was awesome.
And he was just answered every single question asked of him. Just see the relationship between Barrera and his front line, understanding the movement. They had the best opportunities with that movement. Again, I think this is the best opportunity here. Little misstep there from Apollon. You see his ankle just twist in, doesn't have the right mindset. What a save that is from Lunt. Darting header there from Lewis, does everything right, but even better save by the Phoenix Rising goalkeeper.
So that would prove critical off the head of Lewis, and Phoenix would see it out, grab all 3 points. Here's a look at the full-time match stats, and well, this was a good one for the mathematically inclined.
And you see Hartford Athletic had the better possession, just unable to make that count. Really lacked that execution in that final third, whether it was that final action, final pass, final combination, something that Coach Watling is going to want to right that ship there. Phoenix Rising so much better defensively. After your last 2 times out, tough day at the office, but good win here. Much needed for Coach Johnson company.
Hey, Phoenix, you're in 3rd place. They take a couple spot jump at Hartford's detriment. An incredible performance by Phoenix on the road to overcome the early deficit and walk away with the full allotment. For Ricky Lopez Espin, our entire Vista NEP crew, Mike Watts saying have a good night, everybody.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.